Mike, FAU Cup tomorrow. I know you're really looking forward to this one.
Yeah, I mean, you always look forward to the cup games because it's a one-off. Anything can happen. You never take anything for granted. You just got to hope that the emotions don't take over on the day, and you stick to your principles, play the way you play, and can be the best version of yourselves. And at the end of the game, then, if you've given your best, hopefully the result comes with that.
Obviously, you guys are training today, but of course, how have the players been looking in training ahead of this one?
Yeah, I mean, good. They train hard. They train with an intensity, so they never take the foot off the gas, and that's it makes them a pleasure to work with. So it's just about taking that into the game, then what we're working on, and implementing that in the actual match, and trying to exploit the opposition.
Also with Athletic tomorrow, what are you expecting from them as a contest?
I mean, you never know. You never know at this stage of the competition. They've won a few games to get to this stage, so we expect a tough tie. Don't know a great deal about them, but we won't be underestimating them either. Just because, like I said, you get this far, you're obviously doing something right, and you've got a good group. So we'll expect that. We'll expect hard work, because everyone will be wanting to win. The desire to win that tie and get into the first round proper will be extremely high from both sides, and it'll just be the ones that manage that better and can take their chances.
I mean, you touch on getting into that first round proper. Of course, we're still in the qualifying rounds, but what is the motivation to progress and obviously face some bigger ties later on?
Yeah, there is, but we always look at the process, and these players that we're not being defined by results and one-off games. It's about the process and individual development, and their goal is to get into the first team here, and that doesn't get lost. We don't lose sight of that. So, but that said, young players will always want to have those experiences, and they'll be very motivated to do that, because there's some, if you can get through this tie, tricky tie as it is, if you can get through, there's some potential big games in the next round. But we won't be looking that far ahead. We've just got to deal with what we've got in front of us tomorrow, and prepare the best we can, and then hopefully then perform on the day.
Obviously an early kick-off tomorrow, 2:00, but for the fans that can make it to the Omco Arena, what can they expect from your team? What sort of football do you guys play?
Without giving too much away, we play many different ways. My job is, like I said, to develop them, to learn different styles and different ways of playing, because there's no one way of playing. And whilst we know what the first team playing style is at the moment, by a victim of success, Neil might move on at some point, and the new manager comes in, has his own ideas that beds into the club's philosophy, but we won't be too far away from those principles. So we like to try and dominate the ball, which I'm sure they will. So we'll have a tussle for that, and we like to play with energy and enthusiasm, which I'm sure they do as well. So it's a mouth-watering contest that if anyone gets the opportunity to come down, I'm sure they'll see a fantastic event.
Yeah, and just finally, I mean, how much does the Youth Cup mean to obviously yourself, to these players? I know you've sort of touched on it already, but I mean, how important is this competition really for their development?
Yeah, because it is important for the development. It's a good question, because ultimately we live at the moment in a world where it's all about development. It's all about individual development and learning. But within the next, Morgan's already been in the first team here, and several other players have had experience of being around that. They're going into an environment where winning actually matters, and it can cost people's jobs. So these experiences, although they're few and far between, they do kind of give them a great opportunity to learn by winning, losing, which stands them in good stead for the future. So it'll be, like I said, it'll be a good test, and one that I'm sure they'll learn from.